everyone, Sarah here from Taylor Memorial Library, and welcome back to another episode of Shelf Talk, a super informal conversation of all things research, reference, and instruction. Today, we are getting into one of my favorite productivity and goal-setting life hacks, bullet journaling, the not so well-known turned mega hit analog style of keeping track of all the to-dos and the to-wants in our crazy lives. I've personally been journaling since I was 7, so basically since the moment I could write, or even before I could actually write. This is the first journal I ever kept in first grade, and you can see from the first entry on September 9th, 1997, that I wasn't actually writing any words, I was just writing or drawing pictures, my 3 best friends at the time, and people in the world getting along. The second journal I ever kept was on a trip to Disney World, and you can see by that time I was actually writing real words. These are really great keepsakes, and I look back on them every so often, and that can just be a really fun process to see how far I've grown since then, obviously since 1997. But since then, I have kept a journal in various forms every year of my life. Starting in 2009, I started keeping these notebooks, which are more like bullet journaling. And once I finally discovered fun colors, I started bullet journaling for real. So right now I even have a bullet journal for my personal life and a bullet journal for my work life, which is where I keep all of my notes for the days, my to-dos, responsibilities, and tasks that I have to get done at work. So this is more than just a style of note-taking. It is a well-conceived method that combines mindfulness, intentionality, and productivity to help you declutter your mind, focus your aspirations, and plan for success. So it's true, someone like me who has always used notebooks as a dumping ground for my ideas ever since I was 7, would find this organizational method more interesting than those who have a predisposed notion of the silliness of the concept of Dear Diary journals, right? But bullet journaling is no simple diary. It can be your calendar, your to-dos, your goals, your thoughts. In essence, it can be your entire life, all in one convenient place. So all I'm saying is, don't knock it till you try it. And all you need is a pen or pencil, you do you, and a notebook to get started. So bullet journaling in its current form was created by a guy named Ryder Carroll in 2016 and made even more popular with the publication of his 2018 book titled The Bullet Journal Method: Track the Past, Order the Present, and Design the Future. And of course, I have it right here. This book talks you through the specifics of how and the whys of the method, and since Ryder Carroll obviously has said it best, the bullet journal method will help you accomplish more by working on less. It helps you identify and focus on what is meaningful by stripping away what is meaningless. So how do you do this? What he suggests is writing everything down, brain dumping every thought, idea, expectation related to anything from upcoming birthdays, class assignments, your to-do lists, meeting notes, you name it, on a daily basis. You want to do this every single day, even if you end up rewriting things. By doing this, you are taking it out of your brain and placing it into your notebook for safekeeping, freeing up mental space for what is truly important in the moment or on that day. With your notebook always handy, you don't have to worry that you have forgotten to write that essay that's due tomorrow or attend that meeting today at 2 p.m. Your reminders are there in your handy handwriting when you go searching for them and still not bouncing around in your head waiting to be inevitably lost and forgotten. Assigning a different kind of bullet point to each type of conscious thought, idea, or to-do that pops up is why this method is called bullet journaling. For example, a traditional dot can mean a task, a circle can mean a time-specific event, and a dash can be a note. The method provides bullet suggestions, but I've definitely created my own system over time to better accommodate everything that is unique to my own personal and professional working life. And that's the best part about the method. It is completely customizable to you. Of course, deciding to bullet journal means that you have to get in the habit of actually writing in your notebook every day and checking and oftentimes rechecking what you've written in it for relevancy. The moving forward of to-dos or important tasks related to larger projects is called migration. The system also suggests simply crossing off any items that are migrated forward too many times. This is a cue for you that it really isn't all that important after all. So by the size of this book, you can see that there is a lot more to this method than what I've introduced and talked about today. I really only scraped the surface of how effective bullet journaling can be in staying organized and focused. This spread right here really goes into detail about setting up an index, setting up a future log, setting up a monthly log, setting up a daily log, and really just all the components that go into bullet journaling. If you're interested in seeing a video on how to set up a bullet journal, please leave that in the comments below. So if you find all of your days melding into one, or you're looking for a way to get more organized or more focused, or a way to write down and execute your goals, maybe give bullet journaling a try. You can also check the description below for links out to useful resources if you're interested in learning more. So I'll leave you with one last quote from Ryder. He said, "When we put pen to paper, we're not just turning on the lights, we're also turning up the heat. Writing by hand helps us think and feel simultaneously." So obviously, we can take notes more quickly when we are typing on a computer or putting them on our phone, but we have a different relationship when we put pen to paper. Just food for thought. I'm Sarah with TML, and that's a wrap on today's episode of Shelf Talk. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next time. Bye.